I feel like this part of the conversation is very helpful for AI companies, the ones who are actually creating the solutions to listen to as well. I'm seeing them in my email inbox and, collaborations, partnerships, and sometimes I kind of try to delve into what are your challenges and struggles. You realize there's kind of two sides of the same coin in a way that AI companies are always struggling these days to build awareness, to attract high quality leads, and above all, trying to reduce churns, which is a real big problem. What you just said made so much sense is that some of the AI companies are developing these tools in a vacuum. And I feel like there's a lack of integration with actual companies and creators' workflows so that, it will be stickier. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts on that? The AI companies can do better with their solutions, their conversations.
Yeah. Well, it's a great conversation. I mean, and they're not going to like this, but I think one of the things they can do is partner with organizations that might need their tool, or that partner has some ownership and some interest, but also provides some capital and a learning and a training ground. Because you're right, most people, they feel a need to go from, I've got this brilliant idea and I know all these things it can fix, and they're right. But when they actually get it in action and get it built, they start to run into the things that are problematic or challenging with it, or don't quite go all the way, or they focus so much on its features that they don't think about, but what struggle is this organization or this entity or this person having that this fits? Since they sell their product, again, my friend Bob calls this, supply side thinking. And he says we need demand side thinking, which is what is the demand all about? So they go out there and they know it's a good product. We just find the right person, and then they trust that they're going to find the right person or organizations are going to say, this is the product I've been waiting for forever, which is not what happens. But they might reach out to some likely organizations, say, here's where it's at, here's where I think it could go. Do you want to work on being at the leading edge of this? There's a cost for you at first, and then you'll get the benefit first, from what we do. That's one model. A lot of people don't like that because it takes away, some of their ownership and some of the monetary reward for it. So if you're not going to do that, you're going to do it all on your own. I guess the next thing I would do is be like my friend Bob and take a real demand side view and really understand, what do your customers want and when do they want it? And is this solution right? And is it timely? It's fascinating the things that have come out that get adopted heavily that at first didn't. And the Gartner analysts I used to work with would say, look, you have to have the technology, which is the easy part, the culture to accept it, and the regulatory environment, which is always the hardest. The culture is interesting, and the culture around adoption is they used to use this term they called the cool creepy line. When is something creepy and when does it become cool? An example of that is, there are those things like a Geico or somebody has, you can plug into your car that shows how much you're using it, how you drive, how fast you drive, your driving habits. It's like, hey, you're a good driver. We're going to reward you we're going to reduce dynamically the price of your insurance. And a lot of people are like, that's cool. I'm a good driver. I don't want to be penalized like these idiots that I see driving around here. I want to get the better rate, plug that in. But the first company to do that was a UK-based company. It was a little bit uglier and clunkier of a box they put in. And it was part of the insurance company. And people were like, that's creepy, man. I don't want you to know where I'm going and what I'm driving and how fast I'm driving. And for them, it was like, no. I don't want to share that. And it failed utterly. The same idea, a little more streamlined, took off really well later. Most technologies are that way. When we first introduce them, they're not right. I mean, you think about the amount of information that we give up online that our parents have thought, why are you giving them that information? And kids now will put everything online and don't even think about it. And I'm like, why are you giving them that information? We have a different context, right, to where we go. So I think that, one of the things we just have to continue to look at as we're engaging on this is my organization ready? And if not, how do I make them change ready, change capable? And for me, a lot of that comes back to the stuff we talk about in the heart of transformation, is building that curious, change-capable organization can serve you in adopting AI and any number of technologies as you go forward.